All right, guys, so watch this video for May 2nd, which is going to be a Tuesday. Before I get into the SPY, which you can see is just straight sideways for about a week now. Real quick, a quick reminder, our next live day trading course is on May 6th. That's this Saturday. It is almost 10 full hours, and I got a couple emails after saying that in the last video, is why in the heck is it 10 hours long? And so I thought I would just clear that up, okay? It is 10 hours long because we go through every single thing we do to make money every day, all right? We walk you through everything you need to know, get you in the correct mindset to be a day trader, which many overlook this, and we show you how to get set up and set up for speed. We discuss which stocks you should and shouldn't be trading. We'll teach you 6 of our proven money-making A-plus setups and exactly when to trade them. Setups are exactly what we literally trade every day to make us money on a consistent basis. All right, we're consistently profitable traders. When I say we, I'm talking about Wayne and myself, the 2 course teachers. And we are consistently profitable week after week after week. And this course goes over every little thing that we do. All right, so we're going to show you precisely how we handle these setups that we teach, including a list of rules that is inherent in all of our trading. These rules are the foundation to your day trading career. And we don't teach any theory. It is exactly what we do every day to pull money from the market. There's no theory. So I don't want you to hear, oh, 10 hours. I bet a lot of it is like fluff, you know, to fill in time, to make it seem like a concise or extensive course, right? Detailed. It is. There is no fluff. All right. We don't spend like 30 minutes explaining candlesticks. Everything we teach, literally every moment of the entire course, is vitally relevant every single minute. All right, we also have multiple Q&A sessions throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, and when the class is over on Saturday, obviously you're not done, right? You have access to the course to watch a million times if you want, study it every weekend. The ones who do study it are certainly trading much better than the ones who just think they don't have to study, right? It is way too much information to just watch once and think, okay, now I'm a professional day trader. You have to study it, all right? Not only that, you'll get access to every future class we put on. Every class going forward, if you buy this course, you get access to every one of them, okay? And then after that, you also get access to your own trade tracker, right? You can journal your trades, which you should, and we go into that in the course. And we give you personalized feedback on your trades after the course. So we realize that you're not successful, or I'm sorry, we're not successful unless you are. We realize that. So we absolutely look at your trades afterwards, give you feedback, and even an hour-long one-on-one webinar to discuss your progress. So it is extremely thorough, and again, I reiterate, no fluff. It's very intense, and we're there for you after the course too, all right? Enough babbling, right? The SPY, as I said, straight sideways. Let's look at IWM. And you know, it's kind of weird because the SPY IWM is pretty much straight sideways too. It's pretty weird because the market's sitting near all-time highs. You would think, you know, oh, there's a whole bunch going on every day. But as you can see, looking at the 5-day chart, you know, it's just straight sideways. And that's why, like, my list for tomorrow is not very big, because there are not a lot of standouts, not a lot of things to watch. But we're still finding the gems each day. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But let's go over the list real quick here. I'm going to start with Under Armour, UA. Because UA gapped up and hit that resistance after this huge gap down, right? It's forming kind of an island. Gapped right up into that $20 resistance. Let's see, this is Monday, so that would have been Thursday, right? And now you're 2 days lower on declining volume, maybe coming down to test these moving averages. So I am putting Under Armour UA on bounce watch. Again, I will only trade that with a proper intraday setup. MSDI we had on watch for today. I did not take a trade in it. Right now we've got a lower volume than the big day on Friday, lower volume inside day. Sometimes the third day it rips again, so I'm definitely going to have that one on watch. That's MSDI. MTBC, just what you call stupid strong. Stupid strong. I'm going to show you real quick here. After it opened this morning, Wayne put out a volume alert. I almost have to go to 1-minute candles to show it to you. Wayne put out a volume alert right here. Okay, and that's because we had it on watch, and Wayne, just as we teach in the course, had it on a chart, right? Everything that we have on watch for each given day, we certainly have on charts. I got 6 monitors. So Wayne put out this alert, the volume alert, and I jumped on the mic and said, hey guys, I like this over the high of day, right? And I was just buying it as I was saying it, right? And you can see the very next minute, look at the volume that came in. Somebody said, hey, where would you have stopped that if it failed? All right, I got long right there, 163, 162, 164. I think that's where my fills were, literally like right at the high of day. And again, that's because of the teamwork and Wayne putting out that alert, which put it on my radar. I had it on a chart anyway, but I actually I have my chat room set up for audible alerts. So when Wayne put that out, hey, MTBC getting volume, I was able to see Wayne's alert because of I should say hear Wayne's alert before I actually saw the chart, right? So then I glanced at the chart and that thing was moving up. Jumped on the mic, told everybody I liked it over the high of day, and I was buying it just literally right there. Somebody said, well, where would you have stopped out? My only answer is if I get long at 163, 164, probably if this comes back into the 150s. But worst case stop is always going to be below this big candle where the volume started, right? So you could argue either below this candle at 152 or below this candle, worst case 147. Depending on your size, you can give it a little more wiggle room. So you can kind of glance at the chart and say, well, if this gets back to here, I'm going to kill it. Therefore, I should take X amount of shares and so on. I just bought it big, knowing I would kill it if it came back down below 160. So for me, stops aren't etched in stone, and I certainly don't place a hard stop after taking a trade like this, right? I get long here, and I'm sitting there with my finger on the kill switch, so to speak, after this kind of a move in case it rolls over, right? But instead, and what you can do is you can start scaling out parts, and that's exactly what I do. I start throwing out offers, scaling out into the strength, all the while my mouse cursor on the kill switch. And the nice thing about TradeStation and most brokers, right, is you can throw out offers and it's getting filled on the way up in partials. And if it does start to roll over and you just want out the whole position, you don't have to cancel all those offers you have out. You can just hit the close button and it cancels all those offers you have out and just turns it into a kill it at the market. So it's a pretty handy way to trade. I use their matrix, which is called a trading ladder on other platforms. Love it though. Okay, anyway, this one is on watch because it's crazy strong, right? And it's actually held up pretty well. The market just closed 6 minutes ago, so this is a completed chart for the day. It actually held up pretty well after that crazy move. But again, we got in right here. If you've seen any of my videos talking about our course, this is a perfect example of where we try to get in stocks right at inflection points. So we're green right away, and the only thing you have to worry about is, taking your profits and protecting your entry. That is the entire basis of my trading methodology, is not trading unless I can be green right away. So take some patience, take some sitting in cash unless and until you have those setups. But anyway, MTBC definitely goes back on watch. It is way extended, right, from the moving averages. But if you watched the video last night, when it looked like this coming in today, I didn't think we would trade it today. I said, I think it needs to come back down, right? It needs to come back down a little bit. And then lo and behold, it gave a setup and we got long right here and it was huge. So you never know, but you got to keep the recent crazy ones, the squeezers, on watch. And then maybe you get a low risk setup, and we certainly did. CCCR closed strong. Now this one is, pretty extended from where it started this rally. But you do have some catalysts above, and I would say like a break of today's high would be 271. You look to the left, then it might get over the high 275, which you'd think it would, right, from this huge day. So CCCR does have what we call stacked catalysts, 271, 276, but at the same time, it's also extended, so be careful with that one. Depends how it trades on an intraday basis. OCN, after getting decimated here, gapped up today and closed above its open. It is certainly not a low float stock, but I'm going to watch it and see if it gives any kind of a setup for a follow-through day. CMRE, nice little breakout of this kind of, 3-4 week range today on extra volume. So we're going to watch that for maybe a follow-through day. TRVN, breaking out of a base down here, base at the lows of the chart, and a little bit of extra volume. Maybe we get a follow-through day there. Not in love with it, but doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. CDXC gapped up the other day, rallied, and then closed below its open, but then closed strong on Friday. Then today, closing strong again. Speaking of stacked catalysts, we have that here too. A break of today's high would be 328. You look to the left, the high from the gap up day is 330, right? So 328 should get us through that 330, and then anything's possible. I had nice news on the gap up day, a big investor in the company or something along those lines. So we'll keep our eyes on CDXC. And lastly, I'm going to put CBIO on watch because this, had this huge move and then just got decimated and kind of challenged recent chart lows. But it's been a lot of green days and it's kind of building. And if we look at it on 60s here, It's a little more clear, I guess. You kind of have a little cup and handle forming, maybe over the half. From recent past, watching this thing trade, I am not a fan of the way this thing trades, but looking at the chart, maybe this thing has bottom, which could mean a nice rip higher one of these days. So it's kind of interesting to me over 550. That is the entire list. I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.